So this is a drill to help us control trajectory and height, basically our launch angle and our height with our irons. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, heck, I can't even hit one trajectory well, right? Well, that's okay. This is not about being able to be really good at all these shots. It's more about learning how to control this club and the club face and how much loft we have at impact in order to adjust trajectory. So I'm not expecting you to be really good at all these. I'm not expecting you to play these when you play golf. This is more you learning how to deliver the club into the ball to control what the ball is doing. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go into shot analysis and TrackMan. The two numbers we're going to pay the most attention to are your launch angle and your height. And I'm going to do this with a 7-iron. I recommend doing it with some kind of a mid-iron. And the first thing we're going to do is see what is my stock launch angle and height. So what is my just normal trajectory shot with a 7-iron? So I'm going to hit a few 7-irons. So that was a 22-degree launch. Height was 97. .8 launch. Height of 112. Let's hit one more. So far we're in that 22, 23-degree launch. Yeah, so about 23 degrees. My height is around 110 to 112 feet up in the air, okay? So now let's talk about changing that height and changing that trajectory. Well, if we want the ball to fly lower, we have to hit it with less loft on the club face. So this is essentially a punch shot, and the way I hit my punch shots is called the 2-2-2. So first thing I'm going to do is choke down about 2 inches, so halfway on the grip. I'm going to move the ball back in my stance about 2 inches. And then to counter that ball being back, I'm going to open my stance up about 2 inches. So 2-2-2, 2 inches down, 2 inches back, 2 inches open. This is going to basically be like a 3/4 kind of a punch shot swing. And I'm trying to get that launch angle down. So I've been at about 23 and my height down. I've been around 110 to 112. So let's do the 2-2-2. And let's see if I can get those two things down. So that one launched at 20.4 degrees and the total height was 95. So that was good. Both of those are lower. Let's try one more. 2 inches down, 2 inches back, 2 inches open. Again, launched at 21 degrees, left the face a little bit open. So it got a little higher than the first one, but still 100 feet in the air, that's still lower than my 110 to 112 average. Now, if I want to hit one higher, some people will play the ball more forward in their stance. I don't like to do that because it changes a lot of where this club is bottoming out. What I'll simply do is set up and kind of kick my hips towards the target, which then gets my spine angle back a little bit. So it's going to basically reduce how much I'm hitting down on the golf ball so I can present more loft of the club to the ball. So my first numbers were 23 launch, 110 to 112 height. Let's see if I can get those things up a little bit. So kick the hips a little forward. So there's a 25 launch angle, height of 119. Let's try one more. .25 launch angle, height of 123. So I was able to go from my standard launch and height, lower it with the 2-2-2 punch shot, and then higher it by adjusting my setup. Now I want you to do this for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just explore which ones are you good at? Which ones do you struggle with? You might find a shot you have in the bag that you never knew you had. But more importantly, it's going to give you more control of how much loft you're delivering to the ball at impact and be able to start to control a little bit of those trajectories, which will help you when you go outside and start playing golf.